You gave up bread, pasta, your favorite muffins, and for what? You still feel exhausted, bloated, and inflamed. I get it. Going gluten-free helps some people, but it may not work for you. I'm Nara, a certified holistic nutritionist and your Hashimoto's BFF, and I help women optimize their thyroid health, finally beat stubborn Hashimoto symptoms, and actually feel good in their bodies again. And trust me, I've seen so many women do everything right: cut gluten, buy all the expensive substitutes, and still feel stuck. Because the truth is, Hashimoto's isn't just about avoiding gluten in certain foods. It's about calming the immune attack on your thyroid, lowering overall inflammation, and rebuilding your gut. So if you've been gluten-free for months but still feel exhausted, puffy, or foggy, this video will help you understand why and what to do next. Plus, I have a free gift for you called the Hashimoto Symptom Map. It helps you connect the dots between your symptoms and their underlying root causes. Once you see those connections, healing becomes so much clearer. You can grab it using the link in the description box. All right, let's dive in and start with the first reason why going gluten-free might not have made a difference you were hoping for. And that's that gluten is only one piece of the puzzle. So here's the deal. Yes, gluten can trigger autoimmune reactions in Hashimoto's. For some, removing it can make a noticeable difference. But Hashimoto's is a whole body immune condition, not just a digestive one. If gluten was your only trigger, cutting it out might help a lot. But for most people, there are other things still keeping the immune system in attack mode. Things like stress, gut imbalances, toxins, nutrient deficiencies, and other inflammatory foods. So while going gluten-free can be part of your healing strategy, it's not the whole picture. You can be gluten-free and still inflamed if your blood sugar is all over the place, your gut is leaky, or your stress levels are high. Think of it this way. Removing gluten is like turning off one alarm in the house full of alarms. It helps, but the noise won't stop unless you address the rest of them. And speaking of the immune system, that leads us perfectly into the next point. The real breakthrough in healing Hashimoto's comes when you finally understand this one truth. Hashimoto's isn't just a thyroid problem. It's an immune system problem. Your thyroid is more like the innocent bystander. It's being attacked, but it's not the one starting the fight. The immune system is. It's confused and overactive. And that confusion is what drives all of the inflammation, all the fatigue, the brain fog, and the stubborn symptoms that never seem to go away, even when you're gluten-free. So if your immune system is still inflamed, unbalanced, or constantly triggered, simply removing gluten won't calm the attack. The body stays on high alert, scanning for threats that may not even be there. That's why so many people cut gluten, dairy, and soy and still feel like nothing changes. Because the deeper issue isn't just what you're eating, it's how your immune system is responding. Let me explain it this way. Your immune system job is to protect you, right? But when it's under too much stress for too long, from toxins, infections, gut imbalances, or emotional stress, it can start misfiring. It loses its ability to tell the difference between what's dangerous and what's not. So instead of protecting you, it starts attacking your own tissue, and in this case, your thyroid. This is exactly why Hashimoto's can flare up after major stress, illnesses, pregnancy, or even a viral infection. The immune system gets overloaded and confused. It's not that your thyroid suddenly broke, it's that your immune system started reacting in ways it shouldn't. And here's the key part most people miss. You can't just treat the thyroid and expect to feel better. You have to calm and retrain the immune system that's attacking it. That's what shifts everything. Now, what actually triggers the immune overactivity? There are a few big ones. Environmental toxins, so things like mold exposure or heavy metals, this can definitely add to the load. And there's gut imbalances like leaky gut, can make it worse because they let proteins and toxins into the bloodstream and confuse your immune cells. And then there's stress, both emotional and physical, which directly spikes inflammation and dysregulates your cortisol, keeping your immune system on edge. When all of these layers build up, your immune system never gets a break. It's like the alarm is constantly blaring even when there's no danger. But the good news is this can change. When you start addressing those root triggers by reducing inflammation, repairing your gut, lowering your toxin exposure, and calming your stress response, your immune system starts to feel safe again. And when that happens, everything shifts. Your thyroid antibodies start to drop, your inflammation calms, and your energy slowly comes back online. You start feeling clearer, lighter, and more stable in your body. That's the heart of true Hashimoto's healing. It's not about chasing symptoms or food rules. It's about creating an environment where the immune system doesn't need to attack anymore. And one of the best places to start doing that is your gut, because about 70% of your immune system actually lives there. So many women with Hashimoto's go gluten-free but skip this piece, and honestly, it's one of the biggest reasons they stay stuck. Most people with Hashimoto's also have some degree of gut permeability, or what you might have heard called leaky gut. Basically, the gut lining, which is supposed to be a strong protective filter, becomes weakened or inflamed. When that happens, tiny food particles, bacteria, and toxins can slip through into the bloodstream. And when those things show up where they don't belong, your immune system sounds the alarm. It sees them as invaders and it starts attacking, which means more inflammation, more fatigue, and more thyroid flare-ups. So even if you remove gluten, if your gut lining is still damaged, your immune system keeps firing. The body's still in defense mode because the source of irritation hasn't fully been resolved. That's why gut repair is such a game changer. Think of your gut like the foundation of your house. If it's cracked, no matter how many times you patch the walls, the structure won't hold. You have to fix the foundation first. So, in order to do this, start by adding gut-supportive foods like bone broth, fermented veggies, and fiber-rich meals. These help rebuild the gut lining and feed the good bacteria that keep your immune system balanced. And here's something most people don't realize. Your gut health impacts so much more than just digestion. It affects how well you absorb nutrients, how your thyroid hormones convert, energy levels, your skin, and even your mood. When your gut starts healing, everything else starts to click. Your bloating eases up, your brain fog lifts, and your energy starts to feel more stable. So if you've gone gluten-free and still don't feel better, it's not that your body's failing you. It's just been asking for deeper repair. Because until your gut feels safe and supported, your immune system won't either. But there is another layer to this. Even if your gut is healing, you still need the right nutrients to keep your thyroid running smoothly. One of the sneakiest reasons people with Hashimoto stay stuck, even after going gluten-free, is nutrient deficiencies. Gluten-free diets can help reduce inflammation, but they can also lower certain vitamins and minerals, especially if most of your gluten-free swaps are packaged or processed. Things like gluten-free breads or crackers are often missing key nutrients that your body actually needs to heal. And here's the bigger picture. Many people with Hashimoto's are already starting off deficient in nutrients the thyroid depends on most. Things like vitamin D, selenium, zinc, iron, and magnesium. These aren't just nice to have. They're essential for thyroid hormone conversion. They're essential for immune balance and essential for energy production. For example, selenium helps lower thyroid antibodies and protects your thyroid from oxidative stress. Zinc supports hormone conversion and immune function. Iron is needed to carry oxygen and make energy. And vitamin D, which is a big one, this one helps regulate immune balance and inflammation levels. So even if you've gone gluten-free, if your body doesn't have those raw materials, your thyroid simply can't perform at its best. It's like trying to bake bread without any flour. The process just can't happen. That's why testing is so important. When you actually check your nutrient levels through blood work or functional testing, you stop guessing. Once you know what's missing, you can start filling those gaps with nutrient-rich foods or targeted supplements, and that's often when many people start to feel real relief and see progress. Lastly, let's talk about one of the most overlooked yet most powerful reasons healing can stall even when you're doing everything right, and that is stress. You can be doing everything else right, but if your body is constantly in fight or flight mode, healing won't happen. Chronic stress keeps cortisol high, and that directly impacts your thyroid. It can block hormone conversion, increase inflammation, and even make your immune system more reactive. And the hard part is, stress doesn't just mean emotional stress. It can come from overexercising, undereating, lack of sleep, or even pushing yourself to do everything right in your healing journey. So give your body permission to slow down in moments of rest, gentle movement, and boundaries that protect your peace. Because the truth is, your body can't shift into healing mode until it feels safe. Once your nervous system starts to regulate, everything else like digestion, hormones, and energy, they'll all start to fall in place. I want to leave you with some encouragement. If you've been feeling discouraged, please hear this. You are not failing. Your body isn't broken. It just needs deeper support. Real healing is possible. You just need to address the immune system, not just your diet. If this video helped you see Hashimoto's from a new perspective, please like and subscribe and share it with another Hashimoto's warrior who needs to hear this. And before you go, don't forget to grab your free Hashimoto symptom map using the link below. It's the perfect next step to start connecting your symptoms to their root causes and calm your immune system naturally. You're not alone in this journey. I'm cheering you on every step of the way. You've got this, and I'll see you in the next one.